the website. Is it like basically you have this thing like your product? Like, is it a case where you have a place to display all your thing to say, okay, I have this pattern, that pattern, what have you? So, because most likely, if you're competing in the international market, they most likely have a website, and then you'll be able to see all the different styles, the designs, what have you. Like,
did you come up with anything else?
No,
fashion show. You look at the show.
Yes.
Fashion show for my business, no. Fashion show.
It doesn't.
Fashion show is not the way to go. I have a catalog where it's hardcover, and I have it soft
cover. And that's a catalog that person have to pay for. How is it distributed?
No, it is just I mainly give it to clients.
You have more things in your catalog and actually go on
catalogs. For me, and catalogs, and I believe is going forward, like you said earlier on, person to person. Because uniforms, I do believe that people take uniforms personally because they spend most of the time in it.
And you don't look at schools maybe as the next market also?
No, not right.
You don't want to do?
Not right now. That is fine.
That's fine. It's just
corporate companies.
Okay.
Good effort. What I didn't get really coming out was how did he approach the corporate sector in terms of how did he market to them to get the product out and to get them to come to him to make the uniform.
Next thing, he wanted to just go with his catalog.
Yeah, it's a challenge for you. You
well, we're trying to.
The same thing. I didn't feel you really helped him very much. But anyway, good effort.
Good effort.
Good effort. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
All teams have gone before the judges. But who do you think will be in the bottom two this week? With just 6 teams left, Team A2M2 stepped it up and avoided the bottom two this week. But 2 teams who have never seen the bottom since this competition began now find themselves in very, very strange territory. Who should the judges send home? The verdict is next, so stay tuned.
The phone that we have here, as you can see, is an ergonomically designed handset, but the most important factor is how to use it. Its functions, the benefits, the features. There's a redial function. As it says, this is simply redial the last call you made. The conference calling facility to allow you to conference calls between yourself, your suppliers, your other colleagues. There's a visual display screen with a few soft keys, redial, calls, menu, and the extension number. This phone could be taken and connected to your ADSL at home, and you'll still have access to making and receiving calls because it's an internet type device. It's called an IP phone. Each phone has the functionality of receiving a call directly.
Okay, well, you all performed very, very well today. And we're very pleased with everybody. It was a very tough scoring.
Yes, it was.
Very tough scoring. You all did really well. However, at this milestone, G&E, you are on the bottom 2 for this week. Everybody else, thank you very much. We have to choose somebody that's going to be in the bottom, and from this group, Kota's in the bottom.
Okay, there you go. I feel that you all did really, really well. Kota did well. You've been consistently very, very good. I don't know what happened today. But I know that you're probably feeling not too good about it in bottom 2 today, but I think you could just take a look at it. Everybody should know that you have to do well in every milestone, even though you've done well consistently. So if you don't do well in a milestone, you may go home. Okay, Chaos, you did well. I know you weren't feeling too good, but you did well. Okay, and Climbers.
Yes, and we just want to acknowledge Climbers. You topped the milestone this week.
Congratulations!
Very good job. Congratulations.
You were very thorough. You went through almost everything that we asked you to, including your pest. But you went through it very quickly, and we want to applaud you for that. Excellent work.
Thank you very much, guys. I think you know your product, you know what it is, but you had weaknesses in that, and also at it really being realistic with the pricing that you are going to bring into the market. So however it goes, that is something that you guys really need to study much harder. But good luck.
When it comes to your product, I think when you look at your expenditure, your budgets and so on, completely off. I think you need to get a lot more real as far as that is concerned. Your pricing, I mean, making sure that you get back to what the customer is prepared to pay. You need to look at that. So, and you didn't handle the challenge very well at all. Okay, so you need to look at that. As far as you are concerned, a very marginal business. I must tell you, I mean, I'm in this business, and it can work, but, you're going to put a lot of effort into it. But as far as the challenge, again, I think your presentation, I think you threw that off also.
Particular for GE, I did not see much of the advertising coming out, though there was extensive research done as to what advertising media you would use, but the actual promotions did not really come out.
Kota, I think you have a good product, but you have to be able to take it to the next level up, to step up to the plate with it. I think with the pricing, you were not very clear, and I'm not sure if you could actually make money and keep that business going for very long. G&E, you had a nice presentation, but a lot of things didn't match. It wasn't very realistic, and you're looking for a big chunk of money to start that business, so you need to get your pricing right, and you must get your customer base right, and how you're dealing with the supermarkets and what you're going to do. So I think that for you might have to go back to the drawing board and take a look at if you want this business to start. And I think both of you can get your business going even without the big start. And I want you to think about continuing on no matter what happens. But unfortunately today, one of you have to go home. I'm sorry to see, both of you are here today, but one of you have to go home. And today, I'm sorry, G&E, it's not your big start. I thank you very much for your time, though. Okay.
We are all shocked at Team G&E's departure. They've been running neck and neck with Team Climbers for milestone wins throughout this competition. However, at this stage of the competition, your history of milestone wins is simply not enough to save you. Team G&E have a good business idea, they did good market research, they did a fair enough job on government regulations, and they even excelled at product development. But what good is all of this if you cannot market your product properly? It is a lesson we hope they learn quickly, because they will need a lot of capital to get their business up and running, and a proper marketing strategy will be crucial to driving sales to repay that investment. We cannot wait to buy their frozen vegetables and provisions in the supermarket. Team G&E, on behalf of the Big Start, best of luck. Next week on the Big Start, teams produce an actual prototype of their product.
This week's milestone is on your prototype. This is a hands-on challenge. You have already defined your product, defined your branding, determined your advertising campaign. Your milestone is to now put all of this into action.
10 teams entered this competition. Only 5 teams remain. We are at the halfway mark of the $50,000 grand finale of the Big Start.